Hello and welcome to our weekly series of what I'm going to talk about is growth leadership. Today when I was discussing the concept of what needs to go, the point is there are a lot of people who are confused about vision, mission, and strategy. And if you are one of them, then don't worry. Most of them are. But the point is, they don't, they will not say about it. One of the thing, when I go and talk about management, senior managers, CEOs, sometimes they hire consultants, they engage people to draft very good vision, mission, and strategy. But when I read those, statements and big pictures or gloomy, presentation, that somehow they are missing the link, they are missing the key attribute of each area. So today I have decided to talk about vision, mission, and strategy, what it is and what it is not. So first of all, vision. When you talk about vision, generally some people keep mission first, then vision, but I prefer you should talk about first vision and then mission. So vision, for me, I try to make things simple. For me, when I talk about vision means picture of future. So what is vision? Picture of future. So let's suppose, a company says, I want to be a number one company in my area, I want to be a global company in my area, I want to do, excellence in all whatever I want to do, I want to be the, a number one brand in the world. So they all are future oriented. What you want to be, right? So, but in some cases, let's suppose talk about Apple, talk about some big banks, Microsoft, they all are number one in their areas. So what would be their new vision? So the new vision probably is not going to change. The vision will remain same because after becoming number one, after becoming global, they don't want to go down. They want to stay there. So for them, if they achieve their vision, they need to continue it throughout their life. So vision is future oriented. Vision is something that you want to achieve. Now the second part, mission. Mission means what you do, or you can say why you exist. So generally I prefer what you do. So let's suppose a bank says we provide commercial banking, a company says we provide battery operated cars or maybe electric cars, a software company or maybe a training company says we provide, we say we provide project management training, consulting and coaching. So this is what we do. This is the reason we exist, right? So mission is what services, what products you are offering to the market, you are offering to your customers. So that's what you do. That's the reason you exist. Now, the third thing in this area is strategy. When I researched about strategy and in my previous couple of videos, I also mentioned that for me, when I have to rephrase strategy, I like one word which I read from one book. I think the book name was The Strategy Builder. So the concept, and I like that concept, is strategy we are going to measure from the perspective of competition, and strategy in one word is winning. Okay, so if I have to map vision, mission, and strategy in a nutshell, I would say strategy means my game plan, right? Strategy means how, so this is first thing, how I'm going to achieve my vision by doing my mission. This is one of the best definition and the simplest definition that I found. So let's suppose if my vision is, if my company vision is to be global innovative project management organization, what we do, we provide, from the mission perspective, we provide project management, consulting, coaching, training through humanization. So these are my two factors. But what should I do? How I can become a global innovative project management company by providing my services. So this how will actually be my strategy part. So, back in 2016, in fact 2015 December, we made a strategy. So we need to go global, and what we need to do is we need to start, open our franchises and offices in multiple areas of the world. And then we say, okay, let's start with 3 cities. My first city was UAE, in UAE, Dubai, then in London, UK, and New York in USA. So I said it will be good that one workshop I will conduct in Dubai, then I will go to London, then I will go to New York, and I'll say we have 3 separate, courses in 3 different locations, and then we can spread across regions and everything. But interestingly, my last course in Oxford was globalization, and they said lots of companies who try to expand their services by opening a specific franchise, they took a lot of time, and at time, there are a lot of companies who try to go global and they are unable to expand. Even some of the companies who invested a lot of money and they go bankrupt, not in the regional office, in the global office, but also in their local office too. So what we have done is we said, okay, if this is the case with the big names, big companies, multi-billion-dollar companies, then we don't have a chance to stand, or we need to think something else. Then we change our strategy and we said, okay, we still need to be global and innovative project management company. We want to provide project management services, but do we still need to open brick and mortar offices? Do I still need to go and travel all the cities and do it? Probably I love to do traveling. I love to, explore world and go into, 130 and 20 cities where I can go. But the point is, by doing it, probably I have a lot of good experience in terms of traveling, but from the business perspective, I will not be more successful. Probably I will not be even able to, achieve my bottom line. So what we done is we made our online course and made it public. And you know what? Within 3 months, our PMP online course was purchased in 25 countries. We are global in the sense, but the point is, we are still working towards it. And please, I'm here not going to talk about the number of countries or cities that you can claim for global. So let's suppose we started become international and we had, a couple of students and thousands of people around the globe and in the different cities. So this is what my strategy is. Strategy provides you game plan. Vision provides you where you want to go. And the mean that you need to use to achieve your vision is basically your mission. Another important aspect, like now when we talk about our next growth strategy in 2019, when we were talking about our 3 years, 5 years plan, so we said, okay, what's good for us? And then we said, okay, now we need to focus more on those people who are already PMP. So now, as per PMI says, there are more than 1 million PMPs in the world. But the problem is those 1 million PMPs are somehow stuck that they don't know where to go. Do they need to go for PGMP certification or PFMP certification, or they need to go down and do Agile certification? What they should do? And then, the number is there are only 3,600 PGMPs or program management professionals, exist in the world. So 1 million PMPs, and there are only 3,600 or maybe 3,800 PGMPs. And as for the matter of fact, when you talk about PFMP, portfolio managers, probably there are around 900. So it's a big gap. This big gap is somehow not filled by PMI2. They are still struggling to sell this valuable product. As PMP is selling, so maybe they are happy and they are saying, okay, we are good to go, we are making enough money, we are running the shows and everything is fine. So their strategy is to focus on what is already going on. This is our cash cow, perfectly fine. But what we decided is that we should focus more on those who are already PMPs and they want to grow. Some want to go for PGMP, some want to go for PMP, and some does not want to go for any certification, but they just want to know or get the knowledge. So what we have decided is focus on experienced project managers, focus on those who want to grow in their career either by doing the certification or just maintaining their PMP certification. So we have introduced 2 separate courses, 1 or 2 separate modules. One is to focus on program management globally, and the other one is to focus on advanced courses, talk about strategy, leadership, design thinking, negotiation, decision making, matrix and KPI, change management, so that you got both the flavors. So from the strategy perspective, it is my winning strategy to focus on those who are already PMPs. Now, with this perspective, it has only one more aspect. When I talk about the concept of strategy, it gives me what I want to achieve. So I want to achieve X number of sales. I want to achieve X number of new markets. So this is what my objective is from the strategy point of view. But what is my scope? My scope is not to do every other certification of PMI. My strategy is to focus on PMP certified professionals. Then what is the advantage? So if I have to decompose my strategy and if I have to define my strategy, I will set my strategy from three different parameters. Number one, what is the objective that I want to achieve from my strategy? So I want to achieve global recognition. I want to become a global brand who actually talks about project management. What is my scope? So I can talk about project management. I can talk about PMP. I can talk about agile. I can talk about business analysis. Anything I can talk about it which comes under the umbrella of project management. But what I want to talk about, my scope actually is for my strategy. My scope is to focus on PMP professionals. So this is my scope. What is the advantage? Advantage is when I look at the advantage perspective, I don't need to do hard selling. I don't need to, guide them, tell them that it is important because they know it is important and they already acquired PMP. What they know, what they need to achieve is the guided way and the comfort that if they go for the program management certification, which is by the way is the most expensive and tough certification. So as I am expert in providing the success guarantee, what I'm going to say is, if you come to me and if you attend the program management course from us, we will provide you success guarantee that you will pass your PGMP exam on your first attempt. If you are unable to pass your PGMP on your first attempt, I will pay your second attempt fees, which is by the way $600. So point is, the advantage is right now globally in the world, no single company to my knowledge is giving the success guarantee in program management area with that price point that I'm going to give. So point is, strategy provides me the advantage that will help me to compete with my other competitors. Strategy helps me to achieve my vision by my mission, by focusing and by delivering my mission. And another important aspect is when I talk about strategy means how many interconnected decisions, I'm going to repeat it again, how many interconnected decisions I'm going to make to achieve my strategy. So these interconnected decisions, so that my interconnected decision is to focus project management professionals, to focus globally, to be online, offline, on demand. These are multiple decisions that I'm going to make, and these decisions are going to help me. Or maybe sometimes I can say that okay, I tried it 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, but I'm unable to achieve the target that I have set. It's perfectly fine, but that's what my strategy is. Now all of my operational OPEX and CAPEX are basically transitioning from PMP focus to the program management focus. So I am actually transforming my organization where we focus on project managers to basically the program managers. So this is how you define your strategy. This is how you see the overall perspective. Let's suppose if we talk about two big companies of telecom in Pakistan. So let's suppose one company is Ufone, right, and another company is Telenor. So these are the two companies after Mobilink. But if you look at both the companies, they both are selling talk times. They both are selling internet connection or data connection, and they are going to earn through their services. They both are operating in a same area. They both have the same customers. But how they are going to differentiate with each other is very interesting. So when you talk about the Telenor, the strategy which I see from their ads is Telenor wants to attract their customer through the coverage. So whenever you see the ads of Telenor, you can see that they are showing that their actors are in remote areas, they are in jungles, they are in deserts, and they are able to actually talk to their family members and friends easily. But on the other hand, if you look at the ads of Ufone, what you see, you will see that they are showing you that you can share the balance, you can share talk time, you have other things. So basically they are not saying that we are giving you coverage. What they are saying is we are giving you value added services. So let's suppose if Telenor has, you can say $100 million budget and Ufone also has $100 million budget, where they will invest more. So Telenor will invest more in, setting up towers in remote areas. But when you talk about Ufone, they will invest more on developing their data centers, their VAS servers, so that they can provide these services to their customer. So this is the key ingredient of your game plan, your winning strategy, your market that you are focusing on. So if you want to grow, you need to understand the difference between vision, mission, and strategy. So if you understand what I talk about it, if the examples that I have given you, my request is please go to your organization, identify and see what are your vision, mission, and strategy, and see how many projects you are doing, how many programs you are doing, and how much are aligned with them. So I would be happy to see your comments in my video section that, hey Asad, this is my company and that's our vision, mission, and strategy, and I can provide you my input into it, or we can discuss after the video and other things. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, you understand the difference between vision, mission, and strategy. I can understand that you can also develop your personal vision and strategy to grow. Thank you and see you next time.